So, on the road here to Toroweep and a few rain sprinkles here and there. Trying to think of worst case scenario. I get stuck out here, it rains too much, roads become impassable, and I get stuck out at Toroweap for a couple days or something. 3-4 days. I've got food enough to last me, and so that's not too bad. But you think about it, worst case scenario would be like trying to get through one of the roads and getting stuck, and then being nowhere for days while you're stuck, or worst case scenario could be you just die. That could be worst case scenario. No, that's not worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is like everybody dies. Just everybody just dies. That's a pretty bad. But that's not even the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, nobody dies. They just live in eternal torture. That would be the worst case scenario. That would not be the worst case scenario. Like, worst case scenario would be nobody dies, eternal torture, but like 10 seconds out of every hour, you feel okay. Because if it was just eternal torture and the worst possible pain for every moment, I think you just get used to it, and that would kind of be the new normal. But if you had like 10 seconds of like, oh, this is okay, and then back to 99.7%, oh, this is just the worst ever, you'd always have that reminder of how incredibly much worse off you are than just okay. So I think that might be the worst thing. Or would it be worse if not everybody was in the worst pain? 5 people. Ooh. Like a few people were having the time of their lives, and that 10-second respite, you were forced to look in on their caviar and champagne dreams. And they were the worst people in life. That would be rough. That might be. That might be it. So, as long as that thing doesn't happen, I think I'll be fine.